Welcome to Move with Molly. Let's start in the center of our mat, getting warmed up, arms reaching opposite directions with legs stepping out and in. Here we go. As you start to flow, I want to see if you can go a little bit deeper in your side bend. Beautiful. Find that length. Hold this side, pulse it for 10. Really squeeze that oblique. Other side. Nicely done. Arms come out. We're going to take our leg across the center of our body, really squeezing inner thigh. And now we're going to add on, so leg comes out lateral and then crosses the front. Trying not to touch at all if you can help it. Find your balance. Beautiful. Let's get the other side, starting across the center and back, toes touch the mat for this first 10, and then we'll take the leg out to the side and across. Come on, really squeeze your inner thigh. Now out to the side and across for 10. Nice and balanced here. Nicely done. Okay, let's take a wide squat. Toes are slightly turned out. We're going to squat, then pop the hips as we touch our mat, back to a squat and push up to standing. Find your flow here. Waking up the legs, sink your hips behind you in that squat. How low can you go? Okay, adding on. We're going to take the squat, pop, squat, and at the top, lift the heels. So a nice calf raise at the top there. Get on those toes. Now come down, hold your squat, lift the heels, and pulse it out for 10. You can do it. Heels come down, push on up and out of your squat. Great job. Coming into a controlled lunge on one side. We're going to step back into the lunge, and then we're going to lift the knee up at the top. Belly button pulled in tight there. Let's do this for 10. Here's 9. Here's 8. Stepping back with total control. Hips are squared. Pull the core in as the knee draws up. Now we're going to take that same lunge, arms come out, drive the knee in for 10, arms follow. Step back, deep lunge, pull the core in, knee comes in. Next up, take those arms overhead, pulse your lunge down low for 10. Biceps by your ears, how low can you go? Great job. Shake that out. We're going to do the same setup on the other side, starting with a slow controlled lunge and the knee lift for 10. Beautiful. Now setting up that drive, arms overhead and pull the knee into the elbows. Time for those pulses down low. We're done standing for now. Let's come down to our mat into a side plank. If you want to be on your knee, that's a great way to modify. You're going to be on your forearm. We're going to float the top arm overhead. And to start, we'll have both legs together. Let's check in with our form here. One nice long line. When you're ready, you're going to float the top leg. We're going to sweep fingers to toes, reaching toward the center. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, length. Yes, you are so strong. Let's get after it. You made it. Lower on down. We're going to balance on the bottom glute and our forearm is going to come behind us. Our top hand comes overhead, floating both legs together. Bring both knees in and out. So knees to chest, arm simply comes up and down for counterbalance. Great job. Go ahead and take your legs into clamshell position. You're going to be on your hand this time. We're going to shoot ourselves up as we lift the hip, close the clamshell, and open as we come down. Nice and strong. Last move on this side, and then we'll get the other side. You did it. Extend the top leg and pulse it for 10, straight up and down. This is it. Great job. Let's set up side plank on the other side. Lifting that top leg and adding the sweep when you're ready. Here we go. You made it. Lower on down and balanced on that glute, legs together out in front, arm comes up, bent knee crunch in. setting up your clamshell. We're almost there now. So on your hand, toes and heels together, reach up, close, and come down and open. Time for those pulses. Lift up, reach the top leg, up and down. Fantastic. Let's come into an ab series. So slowly meet me on your backs, roll down with control, and when you're ready, we're going to take our legs straight up to the ceiling and get ready for our first exercise in this series. We're going to split the legs, making a circle as we take them down around to the bottom of our mat, and then split them the opposite direction up to the top. Here we go. Keep your low back imprinted on your mat, abs totally flat. You made it. Give yourself a hug, and then we're gonna place our hands behind us, help us sit up for this one. Soft bend in the knees, arms are gonna extend straight out in front of us, and we're gonna take a C curve of the spine as we slowly roll back and open up one side over one shoulder, back up through the center, and then get the other side. How deep can you sweep that arm? One vertebrae at a time as you roll. Nice flat back at the top as you come all the way up. Really great posture there. This next one, we're gonna hold at that low point and flow the arms side to side for 10. Use your breath, strong core, you can do it. Now pulse it up and down for 10. This is it. Little lifts. Last one, roll out as slowly as you possibly can back down to your mat. This is the hardest part. Great job. Find yourself back in the center of your mat. Go ahead and fan the legs. We've got 2 more in this ab series. We're gonna take the stairs, so take the legs straight up. You're gonna act like you're climbing stairs going down and climbing stairs going up. This is super fun and a lot of work. You made it. Hug it in. Last of the ab series coming up. We're going to take our legs straight up to the ceiling again. We're going to reach opposite hand to outside of each foot, up and up. And then we're going to sweep the legs down as low as we can keep our imprint and back up. So reach up, and legs slowly come down and up. Nice abdominal curl here. Can you get to the outside of your toes? Now for this one, let's reach 10 times, up and up. That's it, hug it in. All right, let's take it into the back body, shall we? We're gonna take reverse plank. So you're going to take your hands behind you and you're gonna be on your toes, feeling a nice stretch through your front body, and your backside is gonna fire up. I like my fingers pointed toward my glutes, but you could have your wrist the opposite direction. So once you're feeling strong here, float one foot, 10 circles one direction, and we'll switch. And reverse, 10 this way. You're almost there. Beautiful. Straight into the other side. 10. Come on, stay lifted. Reverse. Just 10 more. Woo! You did it. Lower on down. We're almost to a water break. I hope you're sweating like I am, but first let's hit tabletop position. Knees directly under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. Feel nice and strong here. We're gonna tuck the toes, and when you're ready, we're gonna hover the knees 1 inch off the mat. Float one foot into donkey kick, and we're gonna kick up and down, keeping the other knee hovered. Keep your hips square. You've got it. Little kick, squeeze the glute. You did it. Go ahead and lower on down. Take your arms wider than the width of your mat, and let's take push-up. So modified push-up on your knees. Really squeeze the chest. Come down, squeeze up. You're almost there. Beautiful job. Back, and let's get the other side. Tuck the toes, hover the knees. When you're ready, donkey kick, other side. You can do it. Stay strong. Kick, lift. You made it. Lower on down. Go ahead and roll the wrists. We've got just one more exercise since we're already in tabletop position. So when you're ready, come back to tabletop position. Extend one leg nice and long behind. And once you're there, take it straight lateral, keeping it in line with your hip, up and down for 2 sets of 10. You did it. Replace that side. Other leg shoots back. Take it straight lateral. 2 sets of 10. Give it all you've got. This is it. You did it. Go ahead and take a beautiful child's pose stretch here. And it is time for our first water break. I will see you in a few moments. Welcome back. All right, final push of class. We've got just about 10 minutes. Meet me in plank position. We're gonna float one foot and sweep it out to the side for 12, hovering the entire way, not touching the floor. Time for the other side. Float and sweep. You did it. Go ahead and push on up into a down dog and go ahead and walk your dog if that feels good for you. A nice little stretch here. And we're going to come into a standing series. So walk your hands to your feet and meet me in the center of your mat. We're going to come into a curtsy squat. So one leg comes behind and we stay low in the center and then the other way, back and forth. Trying to stay nice and low here. Staying on this side, let's pulse it out. Stay low. Ready? 10, 9. Great job. Into the other side for 10. Great job. Come on up and go ahead and turn to a side. We're going to come into our lunge position. We're going to hold this lunge nice and low and take arms reaching opposite directions, and we're going to flow ever so slightly side to side for 10. Trying to stay perfectly still in your low lunge. Breathe. Great. Go ahead and push on up and let's set up the other side. Same thing. Stepping back first, squaring off your hips. Once you're there, come nice and low, arms reach up and flow side to side. Push on out. Great job. Shake that out if you need to. One more standing. We're going to take our arms overhead and take side to side bent knee crunch. So up and over and then the other way. So drawing your knee to the outside of your body, really squeezing your obliques here. Nicely done. All right, let's come on down. Should we get our arms a little bit? Let's work our tricep. So you're going to come onto a side. Your bottom arm is going to bend down into a tricep push-up, and then we're going to extend fingers to toes. So push down and up, fingers to toes. How low can you go? Really bend that elbow. I know it's a lot of work. Great job. Before we get the other side, let's come on down to the forearm, balanced on your glute, toes together, and little crunches here. So hovering the legs, squeezing the side body. Low abs are working hard too. A little crunch in the upper body. Nicely done. Before we get to the other side, let's get a little more abs work. Your hands are going to be behind you. We're going to hover the legs. We're going to go out and around to the outside of our mat and up, around, and down through the center. Really draw your low abs in and up here. Try not to rely too much on your hands. You did it. Swinging those legs. Let's get that tricep push-up on the other side. So setting up the arm overhead, you're rested on your hip, leg is ready to lift. Down and fingers to toes. Bend down into that tricep, fingers to toes. Woo, can you go lower? Come on, push. You did it. Legs come out. Time for those little lifts. Hand behind your head, up and down. Squeeze. Nicely done. Just a couple of exercises left. Let's give it all we've got. Coming onto a knee, we're going to come down onto that bottom hand and we're going to float the top leg. Once we're there, we're going to bend the knee and we're going to close the leg in and then extend it out. Close it in and extend it out. If you want more, you can take that arm up and overhead. So good for our glute, inner and outer thigh. Really squeeze. You did it. Let's get straight into the other side. Arm comes down, float the leg, bend the knee, in and out, and when you're ready, arm can come overhead. Woo! Wonderful. All right, let's get the back side. So coming onto your bellies, your forearms are going to stack and your head comes down onto the tops of your hands. You're going to take toes and heels together into your clamshell, so knees are the width of your mat. We're gonna take the legs up, squeeze the knees up, and then if you want, you can add the upper body as well. So everything is lifting and balancing on your hips. Really squeeze. This is it. Last exercise. You are there. Can you lift a little higher? That's it. You did it. Well done. Take your arms out by your side and push up into it, getting a nice stretch through your front body. So you could be in Sphinx or Cobra. Sphinx would be your forearms. Cobra, you're up a little further. When you're ready, flow back into Child's Pose. Hold there and then roll through your spine back into your front stretch. And then back, sink the hips to your heels, roll through, exaggerate the motion. Beautiful stretch here. You should be so proud of yourself for finishing this challenging, intense Pilates workout. I would love for you to comment and let me know what you think, what you'd like to see next. I post these workouts for you, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of my new workouts posted weekly. I can't wait to see you in the next one.